train your energy the same way athletes train their bodies. Why? Because you do not attract what you want. You attract what you believe. You attract according to your frequency, what you're resonating. So the way the universe works, the way energies work, is the same way as the radio stations. So if you want to listen to rock music, let's say, and its rock music station is on 101.1, then you tune in, okay, in the radio station with the dial, accordingly to that frequency, which is 101.1. So when you tune under that frequency, you're gonna get the rock music. You're not gonna listen to jazz or classical or rap, right? If you want to tune in to those radio stations, to those type of music, then you have to change the frequency. This is, everything works that way. Okay, your life works that way, meaning everything is energy. Okay, that's always the fundamental. It's always the basic. Everything is energy. Your energy, your feelings, your emotions have a frequency. It's energy. So if you want to attract health, okay, so let's say you're struggling, you're dealing with health issues, and you want to become healthy, then you do not want to focus on the disease, because the more you focus on your disease, the more you identify with it, the more you talk about it every single day, the more you're tuning in to that radio station. So think of so if you're dealing with cancer, autoimmune disease, any physical pain, you're tuning in to the radio station of that particular disease constantly. You're constantly listening all day to that frequency, to that transmission. So if you want to become healthy, it's really what you want to become healthy, then you want to change the frequency, okay? And yes, you're probably saying, because believe me, I was there many times. They had so many health issues, one after the other, a car accident, back injury, and then after that, autoimmune disease, I don't know, pre-cancer surgery, asthma, like all that good stuff. So I get it. You're saying, okay, I know you're asking right now, well, if I'm in pain, how do I tune into a different frequency? So you start by reframing, okay? Simple reframing. So when people ask you how you're doing, you don't want to feed into the disease, because where focus goes, attention will grow, okay? That's like when attention, when you're putting that attention, it will grow. That energy will grow. So you want to say, I'm getting better and better every single day. It's getting better and better. And change the subject and talk about what you're grateful for. Talk about an area that you're grateful for and shift the energy. And then you want to ask, how can I get better? So same thing with money, okay? If you are in poverty mindset and you're struggling with money, then you want to change the frequency again. But if you don't have money, how do you tap into that frequency? You never say, I don't have money, I'm broke, I'm poor, I can't afford, everything is too expensive, because that is, every time you say that, you're tuning into that radio station of poverty. So you want to shift it around and you say, how can I afford it? What can I do? Okay. How can I improve the situation? What ask and you shall receive. And same thing with everything else in life. So the key is training your energy, your frequency, and it takes discipline. Okay, it takes discipline. Just like when you're going to the gym, you don't build your muscles overnight. The people who are really, really muscular, they're all going to tell you, okay, they've been training for a long time. They're very disciplined. They show up every day, consistent and perseverance, and you're going to fall down and you're going to get back right up, okay? And it just happens multiple times, and you just become more resilient. So how do you train your energy on a daily basis? Grounding, okay? Especially you want to master the morning time and the nighttime. Those are like the most important, because that's when your subconscious frequency is tuned in. So mornings, you want to plan for the mornings the night ahead. Okay, so make mornings for grounding, meditation, stretching, walking, exercise, right? Just you time and not scrolling and consuming, okay, energy, taking on energy. And you got to stay focused on the energy. And what happens is over time, the more you work, the more you train your energy, you're going to reach a baseline, okay? You're going to reach a baseline frequency where it's going to consist of health, peace, freedom, abundance, unconditional love, all right? All the energies, authenticity, all the energies that are high and that you want to be. And over time, you're going to reach that and you're going to anchor it. And what happens is that becomes your baseline frequency. And no matter what, yes, you might drop here and there, but you get right back up. So you might drop into don't feel good. Okay, what is this from? What's the root? What can I do about it? How can I get it better? Bam, 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 and things will move fast. Okay, so make energy training, your energy hygiene, your priority every single day. And what I see a lot, this is not you do meditation and then you're not mindful the rest of the day. Okay, it's gonna take consistency, it's gonna take perseverance. So it's not like, oh, you're gonna meditate and then you just go and drop into a lower frequency the rest of the day. So you have to stay mindful, you have to stay consistent throughout the day, every single day, and that's how you reach your baseline, which is high frequency of frequency, abundance, and perfect health. Okay, you got this.